Hey, this is Renee, and welcome to my own little world. Today I decided to do a bullet journal video, so a plan with me video. I've been using this bullet journal since the beginning of 2020. It's a Hieroglyphs A5 bullet journal. It's a Dutch brand. And it has pre-numbered dotted pages, which is very nice. And it's basically a beginner's journal. It has tips and tricks. It already has an index and stuff like that, so it's very easy to use. So let's get started with a playlist. I always make a playlist and you can find the specific sizes of the boxes. Here I put them on the screen. I really like to have a playlist every month because it's nice to look back and see what kind of music you listen to at that moment. With this playlist, I decided to leave room for tiny boxes so I can print out the album covers and stick them in later, so it adds more to the whole look of the playlist. This isn't the first BT21 theme that I've done. I started this bullet journal in January, and ever since I already had a few BT21 characters. Here you can see the different themes that I've already done. Unfortunately, I don't have a progress video or something like that of those themes because I only started my YouTube a few months ago, or not even a month ago maybe. So I don't have a progress of that, I'm sorry, but here's some pictures. And the theme of this month is cookie. I'm using the Schneider Slide Edge XB pens, they're very nice. And the STAEDTLER brush pens, they're also very nice. They have a point tip on one side and then a brush tip on the other. And for these spreads that I'm going to do, I'm going to basically mainly use these colors. The titles I just keep simple and I don't put a lot of thought into them, honestly. I also like to keep my themes very simple because I like the practicality of it. I like them to be practical, but they're very nice to use. And whenever I do a playlist page, I always make sure that the BT21 characters are kind of in a pose, like they're dancing or they're listening to music. So I added tiny headphones onto Cookie, but they don't make sense because the ears are way higher on his head, but I thought it would be funny to draw them like this. Also, I use reference pictures from Google for all of these poses that you will see him in this video, so I don't take credit for any of the drawings that I make. I just draw them from reference. And on the page next to my playlist page, I always put a page for quotes and lyrics that really inspire me that month. onto my habit tracker page. This is the second time that I'm doing my tracker like this. I used to draw the days of the month for each tracker, and I would track a lot of things, so it would take me a lot more time than this tracker takes me. So I found it a very cool solution, and it still looks neat, and it's also very practical. This month of June, I'm going to track a few things, and for instance, I'm going to track my homework, or at least schoolwork, because I'm in my graduation year. I'm going to check my water intake and my skincare, how many steps a day I take, or at least if I reach my goal with the steps that I want to take, practicing kalimba, journaling, K-pop journaling, drawing, and just my overall mood. And as I was saying, I'm in my graduation year, and June is going to be one of the last months that I'm going to do stuff for school, hopefully. So I really need all the strength that I can get. So I decided to draw Muscle Bunny. And next to the tracker page, I always leave a page open for my reflection of that month. I always like to look back on what happened that month and how much I've grown, and just reflect overall, basically. Then onto the weekly spread. I will put the measurements on screen again. I've been doing the spreads like these since May, and I really like this. It's very practical, it's very neat, it looks cute, and it's just very handy, and you have enough space to still write stuff down even if you have a lot of tasks to do. And I just really like how it looks overall too. And for the right page, the boxes are a little bit smaller. This is with a reason. I decide to make them smaller so I can fit an extra box, so I can write down the events that are important that are going to happen the next week, so I don't have to flip the page to see what will happen next week. I decided to do everything in pink because that's basically the main color of Cookie. I also like to write down the week numbers so I don't have to look them up online every time. And for this page I decided to draw Cookie with a pencil in his paw, basically. And he looks determined, and that's why I decided to draw him, because I want to look this determined with my graduation project as well. I decided to color in the box that says next week to add more color to the page, and I decided to just scribble it in. And I did the same for the next page. And here I decided to do Cookie on the left side instead of the right side, so it still looks kind of different from the spread before this. And here he's having a weight in his hand, because just like Cookie, I need to just keep going strong. And for the next page I decided to use the boxes that I normally use for the right page, but because this is the last week of June, I thought it was handy or practical to put in an extra box to show what is going to happen the week after this. And this is where my dear pink pen decided to explode all of the page, and I don't know why this happened, but normally they're very nice to work with, but for some reason maybe I put too much pressure on it or something like that, but it just decided to spit ink all over my page and my hand, and it was a mess. And you can see me slowly using more and more brown, because for the next month, the month of July, I'm going to be making a Shuki theme for my bullet journal. I just decided to do them all once, even then. So yeah, if you want to see how that one will turn out with Shuki, you have to unfortunately wait for a month, but you can check it out. Just subscribe and hit the bell notification to keep updated. And here is the end result. It looks very simple, very neat, and very practical, but also very cute, in my opinion, because of the BT21 character. And if you want to recreate any of these spreads, Please tag me on Instagram if you do so. I hope you liked this video. Stay hydrated, stay tuned, and until my next video. Bye!